Did you ever wonder why everyone's leaving Atlanta and moving to Mableton, Georgia? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why. In today's map tour, we're going to give you the raw truth of what it's like living in Mableton. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, maybe an adult beverage or a cup of coffee, and pause this video whenever you need to, because by the end of the video, you're going to have all the information you need to know if Mableton is the right place for you and your family. So let's check it out. Okay, let's jump on my computer here. Let's take a look at Mableton, Georgia. Mableton is outlined here in red on the map. This is going to be the area that we're going to be discussing today. Mableton is located in Cobb County, and as you can see here on the map, Mableton is located west of Atlanta. If you just jump on I-20 here and shoot out west, you're going to hit Mableton, Georgia. One of the reasons why people like moving to Mableton and living in Mableton is because it is really close to Atlanta. So it's one of the great features about living in Mableton. Also, since Mableton became a city, incorporated city here in Cobb County, it stands as the largest city in Cobb County at the time of this video, with a total population of about 78,000 residents per the Mabel City official website. Just would like to note it to the audience that the Mabel City official website numbers of population is much higher than some of the other websites that you might be looking at. We've looked at some other third-party websites like niche.com, and what we found on niche.com is showing that the population is a little bit over 42,000 people. So I just want to point that out to you if you're looking at different websites, you're wondering, what's causing the difference in regards to how many people are living there. What we have found and what we believe is true is that the higher number that the Mableton City official website is showing is likely when they did do the count for population, they did include some of the surrounding unincorporated areas that were considered part of Mableton community before it became the city's official incorporated area. So that's what we think is skewing the numbers, but just want to make a note of that at the time of the video, what the city of Mableton's official website is showing in regards to population. If you look at Data USA, it says is 2023, it says that the median age of a resident that lives in Mableton is 39 years old. And also it says the median household income is approximately $84,662 a year. Also, Data USA states in 2023 that approximately 75.2% of the people that live in Mableton actually own home, and actually the people that rent in Mableton consist of 24.8%. So this is really good, strong indicator here in Mableton that the preference here in Mableton is home ownership and not just renters. So for people who are moving to Mableton and they want to put their roots in Mableton and really become part of the community, the preference overall, the people that live there do want to be homeowners and not just renters. Realtor.com said in March of 2025 that the median list price in Mableton was approximately $373,900, and the median sold price here in Mableton was $382,000. Overall, we're seeing that the Mableton housing market is remain active in regards to selling homes, and with a nice general trend of increase in home values over the past year. And since Mableton has become a incorporated city, what this really means is, when areas in a county are still part of the county, they're not incorporated. And what we'll see sometimes when we're looking at other different suburbs, parts of the suburbs still part of the county and not part of the city just really doesn't have, include the infrastructure in some of the county parts of the county. So one of the benefits of Mableton becoming a incorporated city here in Cobb County is now that they're really coming up with a game plan. The people here in the city of Mableton in regards to the planning and zoning areas, really focusing on where they're going to be putting their dollars for infrastructure, also looking at increasing the housing, also commercial space, and also mixed use development. So if residents who are looking to move here, really one of the things that we share with our residents, one of the benefits about moving to Mableton is that you're really on the ground floor opportunity of moving to an area that just recently became a city. They're really focusing on revitalizing the area, increasing the infrastructure, residential areas, commercial areas, which really, as growth continues to develop here in Mableton, then the residents that live here will see home values increase over time. And also when cities do focus on infrastructure and revitalizing, they also continue to increase their amenities. So that's another benefit of the residents that live here. They also will start to see more amenities that the city will offer over time. Okay, let's take a look at what the distance is from Mableton, Georgia to Atlanta. And this is one of the great things that people like living in Mableton is the location where Mableton is located from the city of Atlanta. As you can see here, we've got a little bit of congestion. It's showing that it's about 28 minutes to get to downtown Atlanta. So that's really a nice, easy commute from the city of Mableton. Also, if you'd like to go to the Piedmont Park area, I'm just gonna take a look here. The Piedmont Park area is right over here. If you wanted to go into the city for the day and visit Piedmont Park, that's only a 30 to 35 minute commute. Let me grab my pen here so I can show you some of the areas that I'm discussing here. And again, here's Mableton. If you want to go into the city and go to Piedmont Park, a lot of different activities there. It's actually in Midtown. It's just, again, like I showed with you, 30 to 35 minute commute. So it's a really nice commute to get there. For those of you who like football or you like soccer, you get the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right here in downtown Atlanta. And again, that's only about a 25 minute commute. If you had to get to the airport is just a little south of Atlanta, right about here. And if you had to travel to the airport, maybe due to work, or you had to travel a couple times a month, it's only about a 30-minute commute to the airport. And for those of you who are baseball fans, we got Truist Park right here. And again, this is Mableton. We have the baseball team here, and also we got the Battery right here at Truist Park. The Battery has a lot of really great restaurants, activities right here adjacent to Truist Park. So even if there's not a baseball game going on, if you like to have some nice fun activities for you and the kiddos, we would definitely have you recommend that you check out the Battery. It's right here adjacent to Truist Park. And again, from Mableton, it's about a 20-minute commute to get there. So as you can see, Mableton is a perfect location. That's one of the great benefits of living in Mableton, is that it's so close to downtown Atlanta and also so close to some of these other things that people can do in the city. It'd make a really easy commute to get there if you wanted to go there from Mableton. By the way, my name is Matthew. I'm a real estate agent here in Georgia. I also moved to Georgia from Florida over 16 years ago and been loving ever since. And welcome to my channel, North Georgia Life, where we cover everything there is to know about living in North Georgia and the surrounding suburbs, including the best neighborhoods, things to do, so you get a really good idea of what it's like living here. Make sure you subscribe below so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Mableton, Georgia. My team and I love helping people just like you make a move here, even if that's in 5 days or 9 months. So give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. You can even schedule a Zoom call with us. All our contact information is right here on the screen. We'd love to help you make a smooth move here to Mableton. Okay, if you're going to fly into Atlanta, let's say you're going to be visiting us from out of town or maybe out of state, and you were wondering, well, Matthew, what would be the best way to meet either yourself or one of your team members over in Mableton? Well, if you flew into the airport, once you came out of the city of Atlanta, you would come out just I-20 here, and you just head west, directly west out of the city. And that would take you to the Mableton area. They have some different arteries to get into the Mableton area right there to meet either myself or one of my team members. Now, once you drove into Mableton, here again is I-20. You have a couple of different ways to get into Mableton. As you can see, Mableton, the downtown area, the heart of Mableton is right there. One of the things that you could do is you could continue on I-20 and just take these different arteries into Mableton. This road here is called 139. It's also known as Mableton Parkway, which would take you right into the downtown area. Also, you could exit on I-285 here and just go up to the next main exit, which is 78. 78 is also known as Mableton Veterans Memorial Parkway as you get into more of the heart of Mableton. And that really goes east and west. That's the main highway here. Also, another main highway to be aware of is Floyd Road, which is right here. And then once it goes over 78, also known as Mableton Veterans Memorial Parkway, it turns into Mableton Parkway. So if you're looking at some homes online and you're wondering, where are these communities or neighborhoods located? What are some of the roads it's close to? These are some main roads to be aware of if you are looking at some different neighborhoods. Also, there's some roads over here. But as you can see, if you're more on the northeast side over here or on the east side of Mableton, you do have access to I-285 up here that you could jump onto and get down to Atlanta. So that's also another good area to be aware of. The closer you are to I-285 or also 78 or 139, you do have some different smaller arteries through Mableton, but those are the main roads and highways to be aware of to make it really easy for you to get around Mableton, but also to be able to commute back and forth to Atlanta, or maybe you're commuting to one of the surrounding suburbs for work. Now, for those of you who might be asking us, Matthew, what are parts of Mableton that you're seeing revitalization going on? Where are some of the existing businesses and stores and restaurants on what roads? We would share with you that Floyd Road is one of the main roads to be aware of. There's a lot of different shopping and dining there on Floyd Road. And also if you continue onto Mableton Parkway here, this is another major thoroughway featuring a lot of different businesses and services. Definitely 78 is a major highway that we have a lot of stores and restaurants and businesses on 78. So this is another major area. And also we do have some new development areas over on this side of town, more on the northeast side of town, closer to the Chattahoochee River. Those are where we're going to see some of the newer development taking place here in Mableton. One of the things that we see in Mableton, and this is one of the being on the ground floor opportunity that we always like to tell buyers, is that before Mableton became an incorporated city, a lot of Mableton was just part of the county, which means when you're part of the county, they do have some services and some things designed for the county, but most of the counties where you're going to see a little bit less infrastructure. And once it became a city just last year, they're now really incorporating a plan. They got some finances lined up. They're really focusing on infrastructure, on what's there, but also adding to the area. And sometimes when buyers look at Mableton, they'll say, there are some older areas. It looks like there's some areas that still need to be revitalized. And there's some areas, pocket areas that are starting to be developed or already been developed. Some mixed use areas that we'll be discussing today here in the map tour. And that's really the benefit about being on the ground floor opportunity. So just something to be mindful of. If you do look at Mableton, you are looking at a new city and they are just in the beginning stages of incorporating that infrastructure. So you are going to see some pockets of areas that look a little bit more new and more modern. And then you're going to see areas of buildings and stores that appear to be there for quite some time. But again, there's great opportunity when you are at the ground floor that we always share with our buyers to take a look at. Okay, right here on Floyd Road and a little bit north of 78, we actually have the Mableton House Complex. It's right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You have the Mableton House Art Center here. Also, you do have, I'm trying to pull it up here, the Mabel House Amphitheater right here. It's called the Mabel House Barnes Amphitheater, which actually hosts 2,400 seats. And also it's a great place where they actually have concerts and they have plays. So this is a great place for the residents to go and enjoy themselves. And a little history of the Mableton House Complex. Actually, Mableton, Georgia gets his name from Robert Mable. He was really an early settler here in Mableton and very influential person here in the development of the early years of Mableton. When the railroad came through Mableton, they actually put a station here, a railroad station, and they developed a community around the railroad station, which they named Mableton after his honor. So you can still go to his house right here at Mableton Housing Complex. It's a historic area. You can actually go see Mr. Mabel's house. You can actually tour it. One of the things you can do here, they also do have the Mabel House Art Center if you want to see some art. Looks like here, different arts that you can go to. This also, I think this is the picture, I think, of his house here. So this is a really nice historic area in his honor. Also, they do have some community events there. So if you're like Matthew, heard about the Robert Mable and wonder where we could see a historic Mabel house, you would see it right here in this area. So I just like to point out a little history of Mableton so you can sort of know where the Mableton, Georgia's name came from. Some of you might be asking yourself, well, Matthew, where's the downtown area for Mableton? And unfortunately, Mableton, because it just recently became a city, does not have a traditional downtown area at this time. But the great news is that the city is really actively working on developing and establishing a central hub here in Mableton. And right now, the Mableton Town Square, I'm just going to click on here, is really the main area of downtown Mableton. This is the area, this is really the heart of the city that they're focusing on. So this is the area that we usually tell people to take a look at. Also click here, got the Mableton Town Square Park. So there's a park here where the kiddos could come and enjoy themselves. You can see here, bringing the kids, enjoying the day, especially a nice, beautiful day. Come here to the park. So the Mableton Town Square is really right now the heart of the downtown area. They got some events and venues and activities going on there. They actually had the Mableton Day Festival held there. They also have Friends and Family Fun run there. And also they do feature some live events and concerts and music and venues right there. In addition to the amphitheater that I just recently showed you, they also do use Mableton Town Square Park area as other place for them to hold live events and concerts. I'd like to show you one of the new developments. It's recently been developed back in 2008. It was developed as a mixed-use development. It's actually called the Walk at Legacy, which is right here on the map. You can see here called the Walk at Legacy. It actually was developed by the John Wheely Homes. And again, it's a mixed-use master plan development. It actually, with it being mixed use, it actually has some retail shops. It's a walkable area. I'm just gonna click here so you can actually see a little street view. And this is just the walkable areas. You can see they did a really nice job of having some retail stores here in the front that you can walk to, you can shop. They actually have some really nice restaurants here. So if you want to come shopping for the day, if you want to also eat, there's some restaurants here. So this is really one of the newer development areas. And this is a good example of what you'll see, because sometimes buyers will contact us, talk to myself and my team, and says, we see some really nice new modern areas, and this would be one of them, the Walk at Legacy. And then also we see parts of Mableton that looks a little bit older, still needs to be revitalized, and that's really what you're going to see. As time goes on, you'll start to see more and more development with the new infrastructure and commercial and mixed use being built here in Mableton, but you'll see little pockets at this time. But as they are continuing to grow, you'll see more new modern areas like they built here back in 2008. So you can see here what John Wheely did is he created this retail mixed use up here at the front. And then right here, again, this is where I showed you the street view. But this all right here is really all single family and also some townhomes right here that John Wheely Homes built. So it's really a nice, great concept. And that's really what they're doing throughout Mableton as they are continuing to grow this part of town and also different pockets as they start to revitalize the area. Also, I'm just going to see if I can take my guy here. I'm going to put me on this highway here. I'm just going to turn myself around here. And so this is the entrance of the Walk at Legacy. As you can see here, really nice entrance to the homes area and the townhomes area that you could live in. So this is definitely an option if you're looking to want to be in one of the newer parts of the development areas. This definitely would be one of the areas, the Walk at Legacy, that we would show you in regards to different type of housing options. Okay, let's jump back over to the map here. Let's take a look at the map. A lot of times people will ask us, Matthew, what are the employment sector here in Mableton? We're looking to move to Mableton. We're looking to move here from out of state or different parts of Georgia. As you saw, Mableton is perfectly located. If you did have to find employment in the city of Atlanta or in one of the surrounding suburbs, it's a really easy commute to get there. But if you're just saying, well, Matthew, what is the employment sector in Mableton? Because the majority of the people that do live in Mableton do commute back and forth to Atlanta or one of the surrounding suburbs. But there is still a small percentage of people that do work in Mableton or work remotely. And I always just like to share with you what are some of those employment sectors that you could research if you're interested in staying here in the Mableton area. Again, most of the employment sector is going to be here on Floyd Road or also on 78, but also scattered throughout Mableton. And what you're going to find here in Mableton is you're going to find professional science and technological services. You'll also be able to find manufacturing here and also logistics. If you want to work in different type of warehouses being located close to I-20 and also I-285, manufacturing opportunities are here. If you want to get into construction, you get a lot of different opportunities for residential and commercial construction. And also with all the different restaurants and stores, you do have opportunity for retail. Also, you do have hospitality here with some of the different restaurants. If you want to get involved in education, you got the public school system here. And also you do have the financial and then also insurance sector. Mableton does not have a local hospital right here in Mableton, but the closest hospital, if you're wondering if you want to be in healthcare, is the Wellstar Cobb Medical Center, which is right here in Austell, which is really close to Mableton. So that's your major hospital if you did want to work in the healthcare sector, especially in the hospital. You do also have a nursing home in Austell, and you do have different doctors maybe sprinkled throughout Mableton, but the major hospital network is really in Austell. Or if you want to go closer to Marietta, or also if you want to go over to the Vinings area or into the city of Atlanta, you have plenty of other different type of hospitals, urgent cares to work at. So I just always like to point out what the current employment sector here is in Mableton for you to explore your different employment options. One of the benefits of living in Mableton, because it is in Cobb County has excellent public transportation. It's actually called Cobb Link. It actually is the bus line throughout Cobb County. And we do have a major bus line that comes through Mableton. It's called Cobb Link Route 25. I just want to pull up this map here. This actually gives you a sort of a view of what it looks like. It goes through different parts of Cobb County, and then it swings over here through the Mableton area. And one of the great things about this Route 25, it takes you into the city of Atlanta here. It's called the HE Home Station. It's actually the MARTA station, which is the closest MARTA station. So if you're like Matthew, I don't really have a car, I'm looking for employment, I need to get closer to the city. Cobb County overall has really good public transportation, especially through the Mableton area. So they have an excellent bus route here that you can utilize, and actually will take you into the MARTA station. And the MARTA station is Atlanta's public transportation that goes east and west and also north and south into the city of Atlanta. It's mostly in the city of Atlanta, the MARTA station. It also does take you down to the airport. So just want to point that out to you, especially if people are commuting into Atlanta for work, but they lack transportation. This is one of the great features about living in Mableton, Georgia. Okay, let's take a look at all the different parks and trails here in Mableton. As you can see here in the map, all the red dots are different parks here in Mableton, but also some of the surrounding suburbs here in Cobb County. So for those of you who are outdoor lovers, you're really going to enjoy all the different parks here. Like to get out and get some fresh air, stretch your legs, get some exercise. Maybe you got some kiddos who want to get involved in some sports, playing soccer or baseball, or you just want to bring your kids out to the parks for them to stretch your legs, or also you got some pets. Got some really great parks here in Mableton. The first one is called Heritage Park here. This is a really nice park. It's mostly focused on walking and hiking. It has a really nice boardwalk throughout the park here over the wetlands. You can see here, nice green space. One of the great things about this park, a lot of times I'll go to certain parks here throughout Georgia and different suburbs, just looking at different parks with my family or with my friends, and some of them are just really don't have much green space or coverage. So on a nice hot day, it gets really hot if you don't have green space and coverage like this. So this park makes it perfect to get out there, especially if it's a nice sunny day. This park does have a couple picnics areas that if you want to have a picnic, but that's mostly what this park is designed for. The next park here is called the Riverline Park. This would be the park that you'd want to go to if you have some kiddos that want to get involved in soccer, maybe some baseball. It does have a nice little walking trail here, but it's mostly designed for sports. Also, they do have a couple playground areas for the kids, but you can see here with the pictures, parents are out with their kids enjoying themselves. So that's a park I like to show you. And then the other one here is called, let's see if I can find it. It's called the Discovery Park
at the river line. And this park is really closer to the Chattahoochee River and got a little bit more water here that you can enjoy. That's why it's called the river line. Has some nice areas that you can actually hike and enjoy the river line there. Actually, this park has 103 acres with a mile of Chattahoochee frontage here that you can really enjoy. So if you're like Matthew, I want to get a little bit of river life here, but I really don't want to travel too far outside of Mableton, we would definitely tell you to check out the Discovery Park at the river line. That way you can see and benefit some of the Chattahoochee River, which is part of the border of Mableton, Georgia. Now let's take a look at the grocery shopping here in Mableton. Mableton, because it is a new city, if you're wondering, Matthew, where is the closest Walmart? Maybe you like to shop at Sam's Club or Costco. Right now, at the time of this video, there is no big box store like Walmart, Sam's Club, or Costco right here in the city limits of Mableton. Maybe sometime in the future as they continue to grow this area, but you'd really have to go to Austell to go to your closest Walmart, which is right up here, just a little bit north of Mableton, right here in the map. Also, Sam's Club is in Douglasville, which is in this direction over here. Douglasville is right here. So I just want to point out that to you. If that is something that you really need, then you might need to consider that part of Mableton not having big box stores. But in regards to, your regular grocery stores, you can see here, right here on Floyd Road, this is where you're going to find the majority of the grocery stores. You got Kroger here, you got a Kroger store here. You also, in the same plaza here, you have a Publix supermarket here. You also have a Aldi store here. So you do have grocery shopping stores, but again, no big box stores at this time of this video here in Mableton, Georgia. So we just really want to point that out to you. Okay, if you ask yourself, well, Matthew, where are the indoor malls in Mableton? And at this time of the video, Mableton does not have any indoor malls in the city limits of Mableton. Again, as we did look here in the map tour, there are some areas that you can go shopping here in Mableton. There's some retail areas throughout Mableton, but if you're like, really want to go to a mall, where would be the closest mall to go to? The first mall here is called Arbor Place Mall. It's in Douglasville right here. This would be one of the closer malls to get to. And also you do have the Cumberland Mall here in Vinings. Those are the two main malls if you do want to go shopping. Just something for you to be aware of. Also, I'd share with you, if you are looking at Mableton, but you're still not completely 100% sure if Mableton is the right suburb, we would recommend you take a look at our playlists. We have a lot of great videos with great content about living in some of these surrounding suburbs around Mableton. If you want to be on the west side of Atlanta, we have some great videos about living in Smyrna, living in Marietta, also living in Cobb. If you want to consider some places inside of Atlanta, we have other great videos about living in Atlanta. And if you're just open to different areas, we'd recommend you take a look at our playlist because we have several videos of different suburbs here in the city of Atlanta, but also in the surrounding areas and also up into the North Georgia, North Metropolitan Atlanta area. Okay, let's jump over to my FMS system. Let's take a look at some of the homes that are available for sale here. I just did a general search in Mableton, the city of Mableton, pulled up some single family homes and also pulled up some townhomes here in Mableton just so you can get a little flavor of what's available. So let's zoom in here. Let's take a look at the first property here. This property is really close to the heart of downtown Mableton. Just want to show you what this is. This is a nice home. It's actually in the Clay Manor community. It's listed for $345,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It was built in 1956 and it has a little bit over 1,200 square feet. The nice thing about this home is, like I shared with you, is really close to the downtown area. It's actually close to some of the other parks that we showed you here in the map tour. And this is a home that's been fully renovated. So even though it's a little bit older home, someone has come in and renovated this home. So you get some nice new finishes, nice cabinets. As you can see here, some nice natural stone, really nice white cabinets here, stainless steel appliances. Showing the bedroom here. Nice shower here. So this is a nice, beautiful home that's available here close to the downtown area if you're looking for a home here in the downtown area. Okay, let's go back to the map here. Let's take a look at the next property that's available here. This one is a little bit south part of Mableton. Just want to show you the different part of town. This is another really nice home. This actually is a new construction single family home. It is not in a community or in a subdivision. It's listed for $345,000. It has a total of 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little bit over 1,500 square feet. Again, just built in 2005. Also, it says here it's in the city of Mableton, a nice fast growing area, close to all the parks, and also some of the walking trails. And also the benefit of this home is there are no homeowner association, so no HOA dues. So this nice front porch here area that you could sit at, watch your kids play in the front yard. Nice new construction home here. Nice backyard here. Again, some nice finishes, some nice lights. Again, some white cabinets, natural stone countertops, stainless steel appliances, some nice wood floors here. Really nice open floor plan. They did a nice accent wall here with a nice blue color, just to really highlight this room. So really nice open floor plan. Nice tile here in the bathroom, nice tub shower. So you got another really beautiful home. If you're interested in newer construction, you do have this option here if you're looking for a single family home here in Mableton. And let's take a look at the last community here. This is more on the east side of Mableton, close to the Chattahoochee River. And this is a townhome. It's actually in the Brookside Lake Manor. It's listed for $387,000. This townhome has a total of 3 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and a half bathroom, a little bit over 1,800 square feet. And this townhome was built on 2022. Take a look at this nice townhome. Got some granite countertops, white cabinets, nice front brick. Also had a 2-car garage for parking. Wood stairs there, walking up into the main level where you had the family room area. Nice windows, nice natural light. Also, that family room area does have a little dining room area if you want to have a table here outside of the kitchen. So this is a nice, beautiful townhome here in Mableton. So I just want to show you these different home options that are available here in Mableton. Also, we always like to advise our buyers that if you are looking at purchasing a home or a townhome here in Mableton because of the school district that your property is in, we always encourage you to take a look at schooldigger.com or one of those websites. Make sure you check out any ratings of any schools before you make a determination on purchasing a home.
Thanks for taking the time to watch our video about Mableton, Georgia. Whether you're looking to move here in 5 days or 9 months, or you're just exploring the idea, my team are here to help you every step of the way. So whenever you're ready, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Whatever works best for you, all our contact information is right here on the screen. If you'd like to schedule a Zoom call with us, look down the description below. There's a link to our Zoom calendar. Also, make sure you check out our playlist. We have other great videos just like this one with great content about living in Mableton or one of the surrounding suburbs. And until next time, as we always say here on our channel, North Georgia Life, we make the world a better place, one person, one family, one investor at a time through the power of real estate.